Hey guys, it's Brian again with another fan video. What I have for you here is one of my top 5 most major childhood fans of all time. This is a 42-inch Bay Breeze ceiling fan manufactured by Alaska and sold at Kmart in the early 1990s. It has the original 3-light turtle fitter with the original glass. It's white and polished brass. It has the Zephyr style blade arms. It has round tip blades. It's a 3-speed reversible fan with a cast aluminum vented spinner motor, typical of Alaska fans from this time period. And it's flush mounted and hanging here in my spare bedroom. And before I go into the story of why this particular fan is one of my top 5 most major childhood fans of all time, let's go ahead and we will demonstrate the light kit. It's got a couple of scratches on one of the blades, but that's really not that big of a deal. It's actually in mint condition. I'm going to go ahead and start it off on low. Typical of Alaska's for this time period, it starts low, medium, high instead of high, medium, low. It's got a very nice low speed. It does not hum. It does not vibrate. So the story behind this fan is my grandmother had one of these in her kitchen when I was growing up. And the most memorable thing about that fan is there was something wrong with it where it buzzed really, really loudly. So we would never run the fan because it was just rather annoying to use, and I to this day have no idea what caused that. Could have been a wiring issue, one of the coils, something like that, I don't know. But she had one of these, and when I was growing up on the street that we lived, there was a family that in their house, in their daughter's bedroom, she had one of these. Both of them were identical fans. So I have a lot of fond memories of those. And I've seen the different variations of this fan throughout the years. They made them in both 4 and 5 blade configurations. And they made them in several different colors, white being one of them. Let's go ahead and bump it up to medium. The other colors that they offered these in were black and polished brass, black and silver or chrome, something like that. And they also offered them in antique brass, and I believe they offered them in polished brass. I actually happen to have a white 5-blade one of these in my collection as well, and there's a video of that on my channel. But this one, I've never done a video of it completed and installed. It's actually moving pretty good air on medium for a inexpensive Kmart fan. These are definitely not bad air movers. This is high. It's a very quiet fan. It's actually quite powerful on high for an inexpensive fan. I actually picked this fan up from Colsemanco about 5 or 6 years ago. This is one of the oldest fans in my collection as far as how long I've had it. I've never had a permanent location to install this, and I've always wanted to put this up somewhere, and I thought that here in my spare bedroom was a perfect location, and I was right. It doesn't move as much air as the Passport 3 in here, But to be quite honest, I always thought the Passport 3 was kind of overpowering for this room because it was such a large fan. And actually having a 42-inch in here is really the right size because it's such a small room. The nice thing about these fans is they use the standard Zephyr style Alaska brackets, and I happen to have a surplus of these, so if something happens where it breaks, I have a spare. And plenty of them at that. I'm not entirely sure whether this is going to be permanent in here, although there are 2 fans that I have been considering making permanent in this room, being actually 3, if you count the 5-blade version of this fan, and the 42-inch Alaska AC 4142, the white flush mount one with the stencil blades. Those are pretty much the 3 choices for this room. And seeing as that I have had the AC 4142 up in here, but not this one, I think I'm going to leave this one up for a little while. And I may decide to take it down and put the 5-blade one up. I'm not entirely sure, but for now this is going to stay. So I'm really glad to have this fan. It's taken me a long time to find one of these before I owned it. And I'm grateful to Cole for parting with it and shooting it my way. So yeah, that's my 42-inch Bay Breeze ceiling fan made by Alaska and sold at Kmart. So I hope you guys enjoyed. Keep watching. More videos to come.